Hey y'all, welcome back to the Shoot For It podcast. It's a show where we talk shooting jumpers and shooting for takedowns. But most importantly, we're just here to shoot the shit.
Shoot the shit, baby! That's right. We're just a couple average Joes with above average sports IQs. You didn't have to cut me off! Gabe, it's good to be back.
It's good to be back, my man.
It's good to be back.
Yes, sir.
Our producer back there, guys. We're all back together, and it's been a while. Gabe, what's been going on with you, man?
Man, I'm excited for this one. We went on a long trip to Japan. And that's part of why we've had a little bit of a hiatus. That's a little bit of our personal life. I won't get into it, but it was a blast. So much stuff to see and do in Japan.
I mean, they uploaded some stuff on the Shoot For It podcast channel, so check it out, guys.
We got a little bit of vlog stuff that we posted, and there's a little bit more that we're editing at the moment, so keep an eye on that. But yeah, man, I'm excited for this one. We just had UFC 315 this weekend, and we're going to get into that in a little bit. I mean, I had a fun announcement that I think Juho will really like. Just to start out the gates,
been waiting.
Going fast, man. Michael Jordan, I don't know if you heard this. On the new NBA on NBC broadcast, he announced earlier today that he will be joining them as a special contributor.
Oh, wow.
On the analyst group.
Wow.
So
what the heck?
The Michael Jordan, the GOAT himself, will be on TV doing analysis on the game of basketball. I'm so hyped for this,
crazy.
Man.
What channel?
NBC.
Wow.
So NBA and NBC, they were around in the 90s, 2000s. They kind of, in the competition of all this streaming and media rights deals, they got pushed to the side. They are finally coming back. Prime Video is doing another broadcast that has Dirk Nowitzki and Blake Griffin and Steve Nash.
Wow.
So next year, there's a lot to look out for on the sports media side for basketball. Exciting times in the realm of broadcast journalism. We got the GOAT coming. I mean, man, it's going to be fun. Well, I mean, I am going to be sad with the whole NBA and TNT thing. Kind of up in the air still. It might not be around. It might be around. Some of the guys might get poached to go on different networks. We'll see how that pans out. But I just want to get your response to Jordan.
Oh, I didn't. I mean, I know that, and I don't know if you noticed, I just said wow, basically, while you were saying that like 4 or 5 times. That's all I said. Oh my God! Wow! That's incredible news. You don't really hear about Jordan except as like a mythical figure.
Right.
Because, like Charles Barkley and Shaq, they're kind of like these like celebrities now. They're not as much these godlike athletes. But Michael Jordan still kind of has that because he's more reclusive.
Right.
So it's going to be really interesting to get his insight on the sport. Who else is on NBC that I'm
on the NBC? I can look that up, but let's see. NBA on NBC. So I heard Jamal Crawford and Reggie Miller are going to be on the squad.
Reggie Miller, okay.
I think Carmelo Anthony is a guy that they're trying to lock down. So imagine you got Jamal Crawford, Reggie Miller, Carmelo Anthony. I think Taylor Rooks is going to be on one of the squads, either the Prime Video or NBC. And then you got on the Prime Video side with Dirk Nowitzki, Steve Nash, Blake Griffin.
My God, this is going to be insane. Lots of good basketball content coming out for us.
We'll have to see what kind of, role Jordan has. They call him a special contributor right now. I'm not sure what that means. Maybe he's just going to be pop-in guest every now and then, but no matter what.
I mean, he's still the Hornets owner, isn't he?
No, he sold the team.
Oh, he did? He sold it? Okay, gotcha.
So
he has more time on his hands now.
More time on his hands, and he wants to, have his opinion heard, it sounds like. So I'm excited to see that.
All right. Sounds great. I'm excited.
Yeah, anyways, man. I wanted to get into UFC 315. That was just this last Saturday in Montreal. I mean, it was a pretty stacked card. It actually had 2 different title fights.
Yeah, I mean, I think on paper, this card was a little weaker because, Jack Della Maddalena and Belal Muhammad are not going to be, big names.
Not the biggest stars, yeah.
Casuals probably don't know either of them, let's be honest. And then Valentina Shevchenko versus Manon Fiorot, also pretty, whatever championship fight. Usually, put on as a co-main event for a stronger fight, right? Because I think both of these could have been co-mains, honestly. And then obviously we got the Jose Aldo Zahabi fight. But why don't we start with the main card? The main fight first. We got Jack Della Maddalena versus Bilal Muhammad.
Tell me about it.
Man, this fight is just... I think this is Bilal's most exciting fight. I know he lost, but the dude was, trading hands with Della Maddalena the whole time. He shot, I think, 9 takedowns.
9.
He shot 9, but only got 3, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So Della Maddalena was...
That speaks to Maddalena's takedown defense.
Yeah, so he only got 33%. Or later on in the fight, a lot of people were saying, like, oh, Bilal was, like... Because I don't know if you saw, but Bilal was saying a lot, like, oh, I'm not even going to shoot on him. I'm just going to Canelo Alvarez him. And, like,
I did see that going into the fight. Yeah, I wasn't able to watch the fight live, so I'm relying on
Gotcha.
For
so,
this one.
Yeah. So, like, well, with Bilal Muhammad, people obviously get their mind colored by what he said, I think. So, he actually did kind of implement his game plan as much as I think he could. He did shoot takedowns. I think Craig Jones, shout out to Craig Jones, he got Volkanovski ready for Islam, and now he got Della Maddalena ready for Bilal. And I don't know if you know who Craig Jones is.
Name sounds familiar.
He's an extremely high-level jiu-jitsu guy.
Okay.
And I think he's either from the UK or Australia, but Gordon Ryan, Nicky Rod, these
right,
names.
I know those guys.
Craig Jones, like, he's right up there with, like, those elite jiu-jitsu guys. And he has this specific training program that's, like, the most elite getting up from wrestling defense kind.
Okay.
So it's not as much, I think, focused on takedown defense, but
it's
if
the
you got
get-ups.
Right, getting up from the fence or on open mats and things like that.
Gotcha.
And so even when Bilal did get those takedowns, Jack was able to get up right away. So actually in the 5th round, Bilal was right on top of him. Full takedown, either half guard, full guard. He was right on top of him. And Jack got up and he tagged him after that. And I think that was the story of the fight. Bilal wasn't able to get takedowns. Jack was able to shrug him off. And on the feet, Bilal was eating big ones.
Yeah, I saw some of the highlights, man.
Yeah.
The Maddalena striking looked pretty impressive. As you can see, 200 total strikes to 155.
Yeah.
Maddalena's way. I saw the damage with
really
split
bad.
Open lip. He was all bloodied and roughed up.
So
You could see
bad.
the bruising was getting pretty serious before he even got out of the
Apparently he had a
octagon.
broken orbital too.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and he kept fighting. So Bilal's a dog. The dude is tough. Most of those shots would have knocked out a normal guy
For sure.
in the UFC, not just like a normal human. But Bilal's definitely got some grit to him. And I think that when it comes to Bilal's next fight, I don't know, man. I think that's pretty open-ended. We were talking about this before the podcast. The welterweight division is pretty
stacked
open.
right now, man. There's so many different opportunities for these 170 fighters to move up and get into that contender level for the belt. I'm really excited to see what Ian Gary does. I know he's not quite there yet. He said in an interview with Ariel Helwani that he wants to see the man who fights Islam or Islam himself if he decides to go up to 170. Right now, Islam is the pound-for-pound best fighter in the world at 155. If he moves up to 170, I'm not sure anyone can beat him. But there are a few guys that have a good chance. Who do you think would do well against Islam?
Yeah, there you go. So, as the fight, after the post-fight announcement, Della Maddalena accepted Islam's call-out, basically. And so I think that fight's pretty much all but made. This is where I think it's very interesting because Islam is the smaller man coming up. But I think his skill is way higher than Bilal's.
I think,
way higher. In every single situation. He's a better striker. He's a better grappler.
I think he's
he's
stronger.
a better IQ. Yeah, and
he's stronger even though he fights at 155.
Luke Rockhold, if you guys are familiar, he fought at 205 and 185, said Islam was one of the only guys at that lightweight who could manhandle him in a grappling scenario. So,
that's a scary guy, and I know he said publicly that he kind of walks around 190 pounds, 195, and he cuts down to 155 before fights. The Dagestani training camps are very serious.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know if I could see anyone beating Islam. My favorite fight that I would like to see at the 170 division, Shavkat Rakhmonov, man.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's quite there yet to be, the guy who goes to fight Islam right after he probably steamrolls Maddalena. That's what I think is going to happen. But he's got all the tools in the tool bag to actually, match up with Islam, I think.
Yeah.
The only thing is, Islam, like you said, pound for pound, best fighter. He's already considered one of the GOATs. Doesn't really have any weaknesses.
I will say this. I personally, after what I just watched with Della Maddalena, would not be too sure about specifically the grappling of Islam with him, because he's a really big dude. I mean, Jack is going to be the biggest guy Islam's probably fought professionally at this level. We just saw that he was able to get out of a lot of grappling scenarios with Bilal, and that is one of Bilal's best skills. He is an elite grappler. And I don't know if Islam's strikes are going to be able to be as formidable at these higher weights. That being said, I love the Shavkat thing. I think Shavkat and Islam would be crazy. But here's one that I think is my favorite underrated, and that could happen, is Sean Brady.
Sean Brady.
The dude just manhandled Leon Edwards.
He did. I saw that fight.
Crazy good jiu-jitsu. I mean, the dude's a grappler wrestler. Has hands. Stocky. I don't know. I think that'd be a really exciting match against Islam, man.
There's so many good fights to be made at this 170 division, man. Especially if Islam decides to move up.
And he will.
All eyes are on the welterweight division in the UFC right now. I love what they're doing.
Absolutely.
But let's go to the next fight. Valentina Shevchenko versus Manon Fiorot.
Yeah, we don't have to spend too much time on this, guys. Very, very boring fight. Shevchenko did well in round 1. A lot of it was just Manon Fiorot, just grinding her on the cage. Pause. When I get that feeling.
There you go.
And just holding her, trying to get some punches and knees in. But, those little baby bunny punches.
Yeah.
Manon is a much bigger fighter than Valentina.
I was surprised to see that. She was bigger than I thought.
Yeah, she's a big lady, especially at the 125 division.
Yeah.
But Valentina Shevchenko is a champion. She is really good. But I will say, very boring. I mean, I used to be a huge Shevchenko fan. But then I kind of looked back in her career, and I realized she only has 3 finishes out of all those. It's mostly just her slowly kind of just beating down on them, throwing a couple strikes, counter fighting. I don't know. It's just I like more finishing, and that's one of the reasons I like Della Maddalena, is because it's such a finisher.
Yeah. I will say this: skill doesn't always sell in sports. It's all about the power, the knockout moments, and again, like you're saying, this is a 125-pound division. They don't really necessarily have the knockout power that you would see at a bigger weight class, and as you're smaller and smaller, your skill becomes more important. We talked about this earlier on another episode of the podcast. If you're 5 foot, 125 pounds, there's a lot more people on the planet Earth that are that size than if you're 6'6", 265 pounds. So the way that you diversify yourself is not by strength and not by one punch power, it's by your skill set.
True.
And I will say, Shevchenko is considered one of the female GOATs in the whole sport because of her skill set.
Yes, absolutely. But, on the contrary, Zhang Wei Li, right? Even lower weight class than her, has tons of
She's got some power.
Ferocious.
Yeah.
And that's why she's a fan favorite, and that's why people actually tune into her fights a lot more with enthusiasm.
That is the beauty of the UFC and MMA in general. It's all about who's got the best skill set and the strength and the size and what the individual matchups are.
Absolutely.
What style wins. That's what it comes down to. And they're two different fighters that have exciting styles in different ways.
All right. Yeah, I totally agree with that. Let's move on from this dumb fight.
Another legend of the
so
sport.
we're gonna wrap up this card and then get into some upcoming fight news. But this last fight we got for you guys today is Jose Aldo versus Ayman Zahabi. Both older guys. If you guys know Faraz Zahabi, that's George St. Pierre's trainer back in the day, and this is his brother. So that's the kind of fun connection. Faraz Zahabi was a tri-star trainer in Canada. Canadian guy. Yeah. Canadian card. So, very fun. Jose Aldo. Very close. People love Jose. So,
the King of Rio.
People, so a lot of people say Jose got robbed. I wouldn't go that far. I think Jose definitely has a chance in the case of winning, but it was a really, really crazy, chaotic fight. First round, second round, I believe first round was Jose, second round was Faraz. Not Faraz, sorry. His name is, go up. Oh, sorry. Ayman Zahabi. And that third round, you saw a clip of that crazy combo Jose landed on Zahabi.
Oh man, it was 4 to 7 piece combo. There was a nice knee.
I thought he was out. I think he was dead.
Yeah, he was wobbled hard. I was surprised to see this. It went the distance. like we mentioned, it went unanimous decision. I thought split decision would have made more sense personally. You know, I am a little bit biased. Jose Aldo is a legend of the sport. He's a fan favorite.
Yeah.
But, you know, he had some struggles going into the fight. He had missed weight. And then I don't think he was announced that it was a retirement fight necessarily until after the fight. He did end up announcing that he's done with the sport.
Yeah, I think that's the most significant thing here. And again, credit to Zahabi too, man. He didn't have to keep fighting Jose when Jose missed weight. Yep. He did. Jose gassed. I mean, he said it himself, like he just doesn't have it anymore. Dude has fought everyone. He's fought for a long time. I'm surprised he's still fighting. So, you know, head held high, can retire. You know, I think you know, not a bad way to go out.
I'm not mad at it at all. I mean, I think it would have been kind of sad if he went out the way he did against that Mario Bautista fight. Just with Bautista holding him against the cage, that was just so, you know, unimpressive. That's not the way that a guy like Jose Aldo wants to end his UFC career. This fight was exciting. It had, you know, flashy moments with the striking. It went the distance. Yeah. And, you know, Jose Aldo went out on his shield, and he didn't look like he needed to retire, but he went out on his own terms.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, before we move on to those upcoming fight news, I just want to wrap this up with this. How badly has the UFC treated Jose Aldo? Like, they've given him the worst fight. I mean, the dude is a legend of the game. I think he should be fighting legends. I mean, he's a huge name. And I think the UFC kind of dropped the ball on that. They tried to build some up-and-comers off of his legacy and his titles, and all they did was alienate a lot of those fighters because of, you know, the weird kind of decisions that they had with Jose Aldo.
Yeah, the UFC is kind of, you know, lately they've been neglecting their superstars. You know, they did this with Ngannou. They're gonna do they did it with Jose Aldo. Like, who else are they gonna do this to?
Yeah,
they're not really safe in the UFC.
Absolutely. Yeah,
it was kind of strange. I mean, like, they're very selective. It's like, who's on the good side of Dana White? Because they gave Anthony Smith a whole tribute video. And he was like the co-main.
What did he do to deserve that?
Nothing, man. He's been struggling for years.
He's not a champion. He's challenged for the title once.
And then, what's the other guy's name? There was during this last fight card, they had another guy who was in the crowd. Do you remember? I'm blanking on his name. But they had a tribute video for him, too.
Donald Cerrone?
No, man. I can't believe I'm blanking on it. Anyways, well, we can just move past that. But, like, he was a lesser-known guy. I mean, he was a fan favorite as well. They gave him a whole tribute video, and they gave him his moment, and the whole crowd went crazy for him. I mean, man, it's like...
They're going to start having to do this for everyone now.
Exactly. I mean, you can't do that for scrubs.
Yeah.
You got to do it for legends like Jose Aldo.
Yeah, exactly. So, I agree. I think what the big thing is that the UFC is a monopoly now. Like, no one can compete against them. No one's even close. Everyone else is struggling. So, I think they're getting complacent. You don't see a lot of promotion. All we get it's just the same stuff. We get... the Contender series, and then we'll get embedded videos, and then we'll get countdown videos. So, I don't know. I think that the UFC needs to put more emphasis on just the sport, for sure, and focus more on the results rather than, you know, trying to build names sometimes, for sure.
At the end of the day, yeah, it's a sport. It's all about the competition, not about the spectacle.
Yeah.
You know, they're trying to make it more of an entertainment type of thing. They're trying to appease everybody, but you can't do that at the end of the day. There's one champion. There's certain guys that are the goats of the sport. You can't really just throw that around so loosely.
Yeah.
But anyways, man, we can keep going on and on about Dana White and what they're doing. But let's go to our next segment. We'll be right back, you guys.
This transition is called The Shot.
And welcome back to the Shoot For It podcast. We got a little fun game for you guys. You know, definitely prepared very well by super producer Nick. But right before we get to that, we had one more little news segment for you on the MMA side. Gabe, why don't you take it away for us?
Man, okay, so John Jones versus Tom Aspinall, man, that's been up in the air for months and months, it seems like. There's no progress being made. I mean, Tom Aspinall keeps calling him out, continuously saying, where is my chance to take this interim title name off of my back? I am the real champion at the heavyweight division. Okay. John Jones has recently been announced with one of the D.D.S brothers. He's starting a reality TV show where he's going to be busy for 2.5 months. That's going to just prolong Aspinall getting his actual title.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy's been waiting forever. I mean, okay, I think what Dana White needs to do is strip John Jones of his title. I mean, he fought an old Stipe Miocic and, dominated him the entire fight. It wasn't, we know Stipe is not a contender level right now. We knew that going into the fight. Both of those guys are old. Something needs to change at the heavyweight division.
I agree. The only thing I can think of close to this, and Nick, I want your opinion too after I talk about it, but the only thing I can compare this to is the Conor-Michael Chandler situation, where Michael Chandler had to wait like a year and a half and nothing happened, and he basically lost a year and a half of his career, and now it's in the tubes. And I do not want to see that happen to Tom Aspinall. The only reason that was okay to any degree for the UFC to do, Conor and Michael weren't holding anything up. There was no title. Right. It was just a straight fight with Conor being the brand name attraction. With this fight, John Jones is holding up an entire division. Tom Aspinall has done his job. He's already defended his interim title, which is insane that he had to do that in general. And now that John Jones is, going to pull this stuff and he's going to wait even longer, the UFC absolutely needs to strip him because that title cannot just be held hostage by John Jones.
It's been way too long.
And even if it was Conor McGregor, who's a way bigger star, I think the same thing. The UFC would and should strip Conor if that was the same situation, if he was holding the belt.
I think they probably would.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going on. Like we're saying, if you're on the good side of Dana White to get these privileges, Dana White privilege. But man, this is crazy. Like something needs to be done about this. We talked about this before on the podcast. The heavyweight division is lacking that spark. This is literally holding down the whole division, like Gio just said. Heavyweight fights are big time draws. People want to see championship heavyweight fights. It's been far too long.
Yeah.
And, we were just all disappointed with the Stipe and John Jones fight.
Yeah.
So we need something real at the heavyweight division.
Absolutely. Nick, do you have any closing remarks about that?
I mean, I agree with y'all. I love heavyweight fights. Whenever there's a heavyweight, main event or whatever, or, my boy Derek Lewis is up on screen, everyone wants to see it. Everyone is expecting a knockout.
It's the marquee division.
Like that, that's the biggest thing about heavyweight fights. There's almost always a knockout.
It's the biggest, baddest dude. You can talk about pound for pound all you want. That's the real biggest dude.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, I don't know, what kind of deal John Jones has with Dana White. I don't know if he's got some dirt on him or, they're old childhood friends.
It's a white privilege.
No one knows. And, it's just, this is a title fight. A title is not supposed to be given to someone and it's theirs forever. You
have to earn it.
Yeah, the opportunity to earn that title must be present at all times. Otherwise, it doesn't mean anything.
Absolutely.
So, something needs to change. Someone needs to smack some sense in Dana White.
Dana White's actually promoting boxing fights now. Did you guys see this?
I think he's
insane. What is he doing?
I think Dana White's got his hands in too many buckets right now. And that's something we're about to get into in our next segment.
Yes, we are.
We're going to get right into it right now. It's a new game we got called Slaps or Sucks. Okay, pretty much what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going over these clips of maybe some wacky sports, maybe some sports that are similar to MMA in the UFC, right? What we're going to do is we're going to determine if these sports are better or worse than Dana White's power slap.
Or slap fighting in general. If you guys have seen that sport, it's
kind of lame.
It's pretty weird. So, you guys play along with us. Let us know if you think any of these sports should have been given the big bucks instead of slap fight by Dana White.
Let's go.
What you got for us, Nick? All right, first sport.
Alrighty.
Okay.
What is this?
Let me turn on the sound for you.
Whoa. What's going on here?
Oh my god. Oh, suplex. Robot suplex.
Ultimate Wrestler Robot.
Oh. They're even doing like the drill. The wrestling.
Oh, look at that suplex. Dropped him on his head.
This is definitely, where is this,
Look at the footwork.
Seems like it's Asia.
It's Japanese.
Yeah, it definitely feels like an Asian sport.
Look at that sweep. Oh, he's got him.
Oh, got him in a double. Oh! That was more like a judo throw.
Whoa, hey man, that's got to be illegal.
Yeah, that's like
this
a final boss or something. Is there divisions?
Oh, okay. This
is a different weight class.
Yeah, weight class advantage on this one.
Oh, is there striking too? Look at his boxing. He's boxing. Oh!
Over the uppercut?
Oh no, it's a crab?
That one's tiny, bro.
Oh.
What is that? Bro, this white one is overpowered, man. He's dominating everybody. This is the goat of robot wrestling here.
Kind of reminds me of BattleBots, if you guys have seen that
Oh, I
before.
love BattleBots. Oh, look at that spinning elbow.
Oh, you got him in a blast double?
Oh!
Oh, a little feints. Got some feints going.
Man, the wrestling
Was
from
that a
this white
Kimura?
one is
Is that a
crazy.
Kimura?
Looks like
Yeah.
it.
Double leg
Is that
takedown.
Alex Volkanovski?
Wow, okay. That was actually awesome. I love that. Okay, that's definitely different. That's not the type of thing you see every day, but I would love to see it every day.
I'll say this. I think that it's like BattleBots, but a little less cool. Because BattleBots had more carnage. The BattleBots would get torn apart.
Mhm.
This one does feel a little more vanilla, you know. It's like
This
a little,
one, you
some
can see-
slappy, tappy
You
stuff.
could see some kids doing something like this.
Yeah.
I mean, we were both in robotics growing up. We did stuff like this where we had to program our own robots, but it wasn't like the objective is to destroy
Yeah.
the other robot.
We would have
like
been
it is.
much more into it probably if it was.
Yeah, it's not like BattleBots necessarily, but I like that it's like it still has an MMA type of aspect to it. There's wrestling, there's boxing, there's some elbows thrown. I like that. Okay,
I'll say for me, it's exactly equal to Power Slap in watchability.
you think so?
I could watch both of these and it just kind of feel, that was pretty cool. It's alright.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I would watch this like on TV for like 45 minutes or something, but if I'm scrolling on Instagram and I see this like it is on here, I'm definitely gonna watch it.
I'll say it's a little better than Power Slap because I would rather watch this because Power Slap just makes me go,
Power
sometimes.
Slap, they're just defenseless.
Yeah.
Like, you just like you're getting hit in the head. They're trying to knock
Yeah.
you out. They're hitting you on the the temple and behind your ear and the hot spots to get knocked out.
By the way, for those of you who don't know what Power Slap is, what we're talking about, it's basically a game that two people slap each other until one
Like this,
submits.
like they face each other and one of them slaps the guy, and if you don't
And
get
then
knocked
slaps.
out, you get like 10 seconds to recover. The other guy tries to knock you out back. So it's
Yeah.
just slap,
Slap.
just taking
Yeah.
turns. It's kind of dumb in my
So
opinion.
keep that in mind.
because like you have no way
That's
to
what we're
defend
comparing
yourself.
this to. And you know what? The more I say it, now I'm definitely more into this.
I'm kind of
So, but this is cooler than Power Slap.
I'm saying this
better
one-
than Power Slap.
This one slaps.
Yeah,
I'm
this one
saying
slaps. This one slaps.
Okay, what's the next one?
All right, what do we got here? So let's see here. Let me refresh it for you.
No worries. Ooh,
Oh, heavyweight 2v2. I love 2v2 fights. I love group fighting. Let's see it. Oh!
Oh! Flying rhino knee out the gate.
Oh my goodness.
Oh. Bodies are flying. Oh, he switched to the other guy to help his teammate.
Oh no.
Okay,
Here we
tapped
go.
from the heel
Here
hook.
we go.
Now 2-on-1.
It's over. It's over. Now it's over.
There's no chance.
Yeah. This is great.
Wow. Okay.
That was awesome.
Fast-paced action for a heavyweight fight. I like to see that, I will say.
That's awesome.
And I like your comment, Gabe.
Oh, yeah, I said, we need John Jones versus Amanda Nunes, Shevchenko, and Zhang Weili. Who do you think wins that? Just real quick. John Jones versus 3 of the smaller women in the UFC.
I think it's close. Is that a good political answer? I think it's close.
But anyways, you don't need to get a...
Definitely better than Power Slap. I love group fights. I wish the UFC or some org would make that as its own thing, where maybe if you're not that good at the UFC, you could join that league instead and be on a group
That would be
team.
cool.
You know, so you could see old names that maybe retired, like Tony Ferguson and Carlos Condit
Right.
versus
Oh, my God.
BJ Penn and I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, like...
Rory McDonald. I don't know.
Let's
There
think,
you
like,
go.
it could be, current, it could be all time. Who do we think would be the best 2v2 matchup to have a fight like this out of UFC fighters?
I think heavyweights. You got to watch heavyweights, and I would
Would love to see.
want to see styles. Like, so I'd want to see one grappler and a striker versus another grappler and a striker.
I like
Or
that.
something like that. And I think there could be more strategy. You know, you just see these guys 1v1ing each other right off the
Just
bat.
why don't two of them go for one
Exactly.
guy?
Just both of them,
Knock him out.
or both of them put their backs together and like start marching towards one guy. You know,
that's
some
it,
stuff
yeah.
like that. I don't know. Just have
There's
a
a lot of
have a
lot
strategy to it.
A lot of strategy you could use to approach this style of a fight that would be much different than a 1v1 fight.
Or imagine in like those 5v5s, all five bum rush one guy all at once and just destroy him.
Imagine.
And then it's a 4v5.
Imagine
right
the
off the bat.
fear of that one guy getting charged by 5 dudes.
They just bum rush him.
Bum rush him, you say. All right, yeah.
But yes, better than slap fight.
That
Next
slaps.
one.
That slaps for sure.
Slaps for sure.
Speaking of bum rushing, where do we?
Oh my god.
Oh my, 10 men.
Is this like a battle royale type
That says
thing?
Royal
Oh
Rumble.
my god. It's gonna
So
be...
this is a 10 people all at once free for all.
Oh my god.
Okay, it looks like some of them are working together.
Yeah.
Okay. I remember seeing this in the description. You have to get them out of the red square.
Okay. This big boy. You see that one big guy in the middle? This guy?
Yeah, they're not all the same weight, which is interesting.
Oh wow. Look at it. Over here.
Okay, so I guess if you get both feet out or into the red, then you're out.
Yeah. Oh,
He's out too.
he got countered. Oh. Oh.
See, look, they're all
Oh,
ganging up on
gosh.
one guy.
Yeah. That big boy, no one wants a piece of him.
Well,
That's pretty
that's
interesting.
another part. Hold on.
Well, who wins this? I got.
Oh!
Whoa!
Oh, yeah, they're trying to mess with this guy now.
Yeah, they're chopping his legs down. They got him in the corner.
That big. Oh, now it's 2v1 on the big guy.
Okay,
Oh, this is interesting. Oh!
Oh, he's got to be out, right? It looks like there's 2 left.
Oh, it's just these two.
Similar size guys.
Oh, it's a jiu-jitsu. You know the small guy's a jiu-jitsu guy for sure. Oh no, ground and pound. Here we go.
Little hammer fist on the ground.
Oh no, yeah, it's this old dude's messing him up. Oh, got him in half guard. This old guy definitely has some experience.
He's got the
Oh
shoulder
wow,
triangle.
wow. Woo! Oh wow. Oh, this is what it's all about. Everyone's celebrating. They're like, that was great.
That was sick. Honestly.
Oh man,
That's
I think
so
that's
much-
my favorite so far.
Yeah, that's so much better than power slap. Not even close.
That's
that
not even
slaps.
close.
That slaps.
I would love to see the ring get smaller and smaller too.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
honestly,
like in
yeah.
Fortnite.
Like in Fortnite, the
Like every
circle.
time like 2 people get cut, like you make the ring
that
smaller.
would be awesome.
Yeah.
Dana White, look into this instead of power
Please.
slap. Come on.
Yeah, and I like this because it's not just like 10 guys. They're just like fighting anyone who's closest. Like you could see some of them teamed up.
Yeah.
Like that big dude at the end.
Yeah.
You know, he was working with 3 other guys
Seems
to,
like the entire
to
time.
cut people
Yeah.
out, and then at the end, his teammates that he was working with, they turned on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
yeah.
well, this is, you know, you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's pretty
There's
I like
definitely-
it.
There's definitely like a Hunger Games type of
Yeah.
aspect.
And
to it.
I do like that you just kind of get pushed out. You don't have to get knocked out. I do actually kind of like
I
that
like
because
that
it
too.
protects the people involved. I think you can get more. It's more accessible then.
Right,
Because,
right.
you know, if you're scared, you can just run out of the ring.
My only question is, when it's the last 2 guys, does it still work if you get them out of the square, or do you have to like finish them? That's my question.
Look, it says in the comments, final 2 fight each other to determine the winner.
Okay,
Oh,
so
okay,
maybe it just
gotcha.
doesn't matter. You can do either way.
Man, that's a fun one though.
I
I
love
definitely I'm into that, and I would like to see that more employed at the open weight class level too.
Oh,
Anyone
I love
can
that.
participate, you know, because I like watching. Because eventually, the smaller guys team up against the big guy, because they're like, well, I can't beat him alone.
Right. I
So
mean,
I'll,
it's
I'll
like,
fight the smaller guy later after
It-
we get the big guy.
it seemed like they want, like everybody kind of went for the weakest link first.
Yeah.
That's what it
And
seemed
and the big guy was holding his own against those 2.
He
Like,
was.
that's what was interesting. Imagine Francis versus 3. You could actually see what Francis would look like against 3 Aljamain Sterlings or something.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if I was like a smaller guy and I team up with the big guy, by the end of the fight, he's going to be more tired than I am.
Yeah. Imagine they did this with all the UFC champions in one ring.
Oh, that
That'd
would
be
be
crazy.
sick.
Have y'all been
That would
seeing
be
those
sick.
videos of, what's his name? Brian? Is it
Brian Shaw?
Eddie Hall? Eddie
Hall.
Hall. He's actually been training for fighting.
He fought a KSW guy.
Yeah, and he was like a fighter.
Yeah,
he was actually a fighter.
I've been seeing these videos where he's like 1v2ing, 1v3ing people, and he's just destroying them.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm like, hey, give him a chance in the UFC. He might be a monster.
Eddie Hall did say that he wants to fight Francis Ngannou, so we'll see.
That would be insane.
Yeah, I don't know about
that.
I don't know Eddie Hall.
Yeah, I think that would be pretty easy for
Ngannou.
There's no footwork at all with Eddie Hall. I mean, he's not.
He's just a strong dude. Francis is a strong dude, and he fights.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Okay, that one slaps.
Slaps for sure.
Let's see
what else we got.
Next. Let me. I'll refresh this.
This one is
so
great.
far. All of them have been better than Power
All of
Slap.
them.
What is this one?
Just want to take a bite of the sandwich wins.
It's a little wonky.
They're close to it. Now they're very close to it.
I feel like you could definitely lose your teeth.
Oh yeah.
One bite.
It looks like there's meat and lettuce.
So it looks like their hands are tied behind their backs.
Oh.
Oh!
That hurt.
Oh my god.
Got a yellow card for excessive force
Excessive
What do you mean
force.
excessive force.
Oh, right on the
there.
nose.
She dropped the tomato.
What's a tomato?
They're gonna have to reset these fighters.
Reset.
Facing the threat of expulsion.
I was just so happy.
The eyes of a huntress.
The eyes of a huntress.
Look at this move, Max.
I'm
Ooh.
checking.
Landed nose first.
The tomato was already
It
there.
looks like when Jokic shoulder checked Marcus Morris.
Oh my god.
Now Boogie.
Wow,
Meg has issues.
that was good. That was funny. That was funny.
Okay, this is a different one for sure.
It reminds me of chess boxing. You know what I'm talking
Yes.
about? Kind of reminds me of like a gimmicky kind of
They'll
deal.
do like 5 rounds of chess, and then they do a 5-round boxing match,
Yeah.
and they go back to 5 rounds or 5
Kind of
minutes.
reminds me of that a little bit, but man, that seems like a fun. That's fun too. I don't know about it being better than Power Slap in terms of just content, but it might be. It really might
It's
be.
definitely a lot more entertaining.
Yeah.
Just
I would
based on
rather
that clip.
watch this than Power.
Power Slap is just gruesome. That's the problem. It's gross.
Yeah, like it's like I don't know. I don't think primal is the word.
No.
Like it's just like it's unnatural.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, you want it to be like a competitive balance. You don't want someone to have a competitive advantage. And if you just like taking turns slapping a guy, you have no chance to defend yourself.
Yeah.
I keep going back to that point. And
At
this
least
one,
they could still, defend themselves.
your arms are tied up behind you, so you can't like punch or anything. But you can move around. You can still like avoid getting hit.
Yeah.
I think I might say this is better than Power Slap too.
I think so too.
That one slaps. Let's
That
go
one
for
slaps, baby.
it. I think what we got one more.
We got one more.
All right, let's
This
see what we
one
got.
was pretty cool. I like
What's
this.
going on here?
What?
No way.
What?
No way, bro. This is crazy.
No way. Wait, what? No way.
What?
There's no way they're going full out.
No.
There's just no way they're going full out.
I know their legs got to be shaking, bro. I mean, that
That might be fake.
It might be fake.
That might be AI.
I don't know. We can watch it again. Let's see. How does it? Why is it not working?
That's kind of
How
crazy.
could you even?
It's like you don't want someone falling out of the ring.
They could
You literally
easily,
could. It's not a very big ring. I mean, it seems like regulation size.
and it's like wobbly.
It's wobbling around. You're not on a stable surface.
I don't even know. They don't look like they're hitting that hard.
No, they look like they don't want to get out of the middle.
Yeah.
wanna-
I wouldn't
They
either.
don't want
I
to
don't
get out
know,
of the middle.
guys. This seems like it's real. Honestly,
It could be, man. I don't know, but
That's
it is. If it's real, it's better than Power Slap.
I mean,
But this is not like a
Logistically-
feasible thing. I
right?
don't know
Yeah,
how. This,
logistically, you couldn't make this into like.
how
an
did they even
actual
get that
sport.
shot?
It looks like a
a
drone.
drone.
I think because it keeps like circling around.
What the?
Bro, I mean, I don't know what to think about.
It's
this.
cool, but it's way too dangerous
Yeah.
to be like an official sport.
Yeah, and
It's-
it's like a one-time thing.
I mean, Power Slap, like
Really
you're
good.
saying, it's like very dangerous, like guaranteed CTE, essentially.
Yeah.
This is like guaranteed death.
Yeah,
This
you
is-
will
yeah,
die.
if you
No
fall-
parachutes? I would believe
Actually-
it if they had parachutes. Imagine if they did have parachutes.
That
What
would be
if they're
interesting.
knocked out? They get knocked off out
Oh,
of the
well,
ring.
yeah, there's that.
What if the parachute's not going to do anything? They're going to be knocked out.
Maybe a remote activated parachute,
Yeah, like you
Are you
scream.
sure?
or like someone is like they're ready to go. If someone falls, they just hit the parachute release button. I don't know.
Oh man,
Okay.
I don't know. I think this is the only one that is at the same level or worse. Personally,
I mean, I don't think it can actually
I don't
be
think
a
it's
real
like a thing. Yeah.
It's too many liabilities. No one would want to be, in charge of like running this type of promotion if that ever became into fruition. But it's pretty sick. I can't say it sucks, but there's no way it can exist. So I guess Power Slap wins on this.
I would like to see a skydive fight where they're actually like fighting in the air.
Oh my
That'd be
God.
crazy.
Oh, that would be.
Or you know what? You could make that work if you do the indoor skydiving thing.
Oh yeah, and
The
those
cheap-
I fly places.
Yeah, and it has like the net bottom because like if you fighting literally skydiving and you get knocked out, like what happens?
Yeah.
Like you're gonna just smash into the ground.
Yeah.
But if you do it in it, like the big tube thing in the indoor skydiving, you could fight, and then if someone loses, then they're kind of just floating there, and you gently put them down.
There you go.
That's cool. That's our idea, Dana White. Go with that one if you're trying to get your money right somewhere else outside of Power Slap.
Yeah, man. So I mean, as you can see, most of those are better, and I think most of them will be better. But guys, we're gonna keep bringing these to you. We'll be back soon with some more NBA playoff news. Sad Rockets stuff coming up, by the way. But we'll be back really soon. But first, a quick word from one of our sponsors. All right, guys. I just wanted to quickly do one of our first inaugural sponsorship
Very
shout-outs.
first sponsor. Let's go.
This video is sponsored by Bayou Bodega.
Let's go. Our first sponsor.
Bayou Bodega is a thrift store. You can find Bayou Bodega online on Instagram. I also believe he is on Redbubble.
I think so too. Yeah, we'll put all of his links down in the description. We're gonna be flashing out on the screen right now. Y'all check it out. It's a good friend of ours and our first sponsor. We're really excited about this.
Absolutely.
Y'all check him out, Bayou Bodega.
All right, and
Aren't y'all wearing some merch from?
I am. So I'm wearing a Star Wars Save the Earth animal shirt right here. But Bayou
That's
Bodega
sick.
mostly specializes in sports thrifting clothes. So as we are a sports channel, if you guys want to find some thrifty sports material for a reasonable price, especially if you're located in Houston, check out Bayou Bodega. We will link it for you in the description
Hey
box
guys,
below.
graphic tees, sweaters, throwback shirts, secondhand gear, whatever you're looking for, Bayou Bodega. Check them out. Hey y'all, welcome back to Shoot For It. We just had our first sponsorship. Y'all check them out. But we're going to get into some of the meat and potatoes right now. We're going to be talking basketball. Let's get
Let's
into
go.
it. Okay. So, first of all, we're just going to get it out of the way, man. The Houston Rockets, bro.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
I mean, I can't say I'm totally sad and disappointed. We had a phenomenal year, number 2 in the West in a very loaded, very deep conference, man. I mean, any of the teams, 1 through 10 in the West could have been a playoff team, potentially even a contender to make the Eastern Conference Finals if the roles were reversed. But Houston Rockets, man, Coach Udoka, I got to give him his praise, man. He had just a phenomenal year. The defense is totally revitalized. Number 1 rebounding team in all of basketball. We played ferocious. We played with a mentality that could not be shaken. We had enforcers dominating on both sides of the ball all year long. It was never an easy night when you had to play the Houston Rockets. You had to tie your shoes extra tight. You had to hit the cold tub after the game. You had to work your ass off.
Yeah.
No matter what. So I'm proud of our guys for doing that. But it looked like we had a lot of growing to do against the veteran Warriors squad. Again, they had our number. This is not the same Warriors team that we have had battle after battle with historically in the past decade. This is no longer the James Harden Rockets team. This is a new era. It's a new era for the Warriors too. They're declining. They've only got so many years left with Steph Curry, but they played as a unit. Steve Kerr made adjustments that really benefited them. Ime Udoka did not. I'm kind of concerned with the only thing I can say bad about Udoka, the rotations. When you shrink your 10-man rotation, we were the deepest team in basketball this year, in my opinion. When you shrink that 10-man rotation down to 8 players, are you really confident that they are going to get the job done? He must have been. You know, this was our first playoffs for most of our players besides Fred VanVleet and Dylan Brooks and Steven Adams. I mean, and obviously Jeff Green and Aaron Hall, they barely play. But Jabari Smith, man, he really impressed me this playoffs. I'm surprised he didn't get more minutes. He was our best three-point shooter in the series, shooting almost 46% from three. Didn't expect that out of him in his first playoff appearance ever. But, you know, he really shined in his role. He was a superstar in his role. He's going to be a guy that we're going to have to lean on more in the future. The Rockets only have room to grow. The sky's the limit. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Jalen Green.
I'm sorry.
I mean, that was
guy
pathetic.
Just...
He looked like a deer in the headlights. He looked scared out there, man.
I mean, the playoffs really showed me like Jalen Green's career in a nutshell. One great game and the rest are duds.
Yeah, I mean, he did have that 38-point game, I believe, in game 3. And, I mean, he was lights out in that game. He looked ferocious. He looked like no one could tell him he was not him.
Yeah.
He was him in that one game only. And he's, you know, a guy, he's like third or fourth highest paid player on the roster, man. Yeah, and he's second highest scorer. I'm surprised that he didn't really take initiative. He was getting lots of criticism. I'm sure he was hearing it. Maybe he was getting in his head. We all know the Warriors. Their fan base is extra loud, especially in the playoffs.
And he's played bad against the Warriors all season.
He has. I mean, I will say, I'll give Fred VanVleet his credit, man. He was balling out this series. I've been critical about Fred, you know, being a shot chucker late in games, and, you know, in the regular season. When it came down to it in the playoffs and he needed to lead us, he did the job. He got it done. He had 3 games where he had like 24 plus points in a row, 3 games. And I was surprised to see that. I mean, what's next for the Rockets? I'm not sure. Fred VanVleet, there is a team option on his contract this year, this offseason. They've said so far that the Rockets with GM Raphael Stone, he said he wants to have continuity in this roster. There's only room to grow, and he doesn't want to make any kind of rash decisions to blow it up. If there's still potential to keep this group together and get back to the playoffs, have a deep run, we'll have to see what they do. No one's really going to want that VanVleet contract with this like $47 million or so he's going to be making next year. I don't know if he's worth that, but he is a true leader, especially for this young Rockets team. Yeah.
I would like to see him renegotiate his contract personally into something a little more manageable for the Rockets.
Something more team friendly.
Yeah, so that like he slowly starts coming off the team. But I think he is like a good guy to have on the team, but just not for the money he's getting.
Right.
One good thing, guys, is actually tonight as we're recording this, the draft is going to be going on.
Draft lottery.
So we're definitely going to be keeping an eye on that, and then we'll definitely get more updates on that as it goes. But I think, we love the Rockets. They're our team. We love them, but we should move on to some of the other teams.
We don't want to spend too much time. Yeah. Okay. Lakers, Timberwolves, man. Timberwolves really impressed me in that first round series against the veteran Lakers. I mean, LeBron and Luka, although Luka has been banged up, he has been, struggling to get his conditioning right up until the end of the season. LeBron is a little bit older. He can't carry the squad like he used to be able to. J.J. Redick, interesting decisions with the rotations. Decided to play Maxi Kleber, and he hadn't played since like January. Yeah. And they didn't really play a 5-man the entire series.
Because Hayes was terrible.
Jackson Hayes, he's young. He doesn't have experience in the playoffs. But you need at least one big body to throw at Naz Reid, and
Rudy
Gobert, and Julius Randle. Yeah. Julius Randle having a fantastic playoffs. Anyways, they took down the Lakers in the first round. Very impressive.
Handily. Ant-Man is that guy.
He is that guy. Honestly, Julius Randle, he had a triple-double in the last game.
Oh, yeah.
He's balling out of his mind. Did not expect that. Last thing to say about that Lakers-Timberwolves series, that last game to eliminate the Lakers, Rudy Gobert had a 20-20 game. Yeah. Dominating the paint, getting everything rebound, he wanted. Dunking. I mean, I'm surprised.
People were making Shaq references, which is hilarious.
Yes, I know. I've never seen that guy playing like that. He was on a mission.
Not much to say about the Thunder's Grizzlies, is there?
Thunder Grizzlies, man. I mean, we kind of knew what was going to happen at the end of the day. Yeah. I didn't necessarily know it was going to be a sweep, but, John Morant got banged up. No John Morant on that team, you don't have a chance against the Thunder. The Thunder are legit this year. They are on a mission to prove that they're not, they're not to be trifled with. They
Yeah.
are still the youngest team in basketball. We'll have to see how far they go. Right now, Thunder and Nuggets.
Yeah.
They are tied up at 2-2.
Yeah.
The Nuggets, they are, not the deepest team. We know that. Thunder, very deep team. They have multiple bodies. They can throw at Jokic all night long. Isaiah Hartenstein, Chet Holmgren, Jalen Williams off the bench. I mean, they have guys that can defend the perimeter too with Lou Dort, Alex Caruso.
Yeah.
SGA is a good defender on the wing. He gets steals every game. He's 6'6". He's a big guard. It's hard to score over him. Long arms. I think he's got a 7-foot wingspan.
Yeah.
Okay. How is this series gonna, unfold? Jokic has looked tired. He's had games where he's struggled. He won like 8 for 27 from the field in the overtime victory for the Nuggets. 4 out of the 5 starters on that Nugget squad had at least 20 points. Very rare for you to have that kind of performance out of all 5 of your guys. 4 of them in the starting lineup get 20. That's, and it barely squeaked out that win over the Nuggets.
Yeah.
Or over the Thunder.
Yeah.
We'll have to see. I think the Thunder will end up taking this. I mean, I am a big Jokic fan. I don't know if he's going to win MVP this year. I think Shea will probably end up getting the award. He had an NBA record 72 straight games with at least 20 points.
Wow.
In the regular season. That's insane. I think it might have been 72 in a row.
That's crazy.
At least 20 points. One of the only guards to ever average over 31 points for the regular season.
Wow.
He's sitting at like 32.3 points, I believe, on the regular season average. He's playing like an MVP, and he's got a great supporting cast. I'm thinking that the Thunder will pull out this victory in the series.
They just have more. They just have more in the tank. Like you said, the Nuggets are banged up, and like they played a way tougher series with the Clippers, I think, than the Thunder. The Thunder got a lot more rest. You say what you want about Harden and Embiid, and Kawhi being injured. That's a very tough team. They got Powell, they got Zubac, and I think that took a big toll guarding Zubac on
Bogdanovich. Yeah.
Bogdanovich. I think that took a toll on that team, and I think you're going to start seeing the stamina bar go down quicker than the Thunder
That's a
did.
great point.
Yeah.
Also, I just wanted to point this out. I don't know if everybody's been following along with the Aaron Gordon story that's been unfolding throughout the season. He's improved from it being about a 34% three-point shooter to up to 43%.
His 3-point shot is nuts.
His form has totally changed. Shout out to the development coach.
I think he's the most important guy after Jokic.
I think so. In this series, I mean, obviously Jamal Murray has been keyed in on defense with Lou Dort and Alex Caruso and SGA. He's having a hard time getting to the rim. He's got taller defenders guarding him every single possession. Anyways, Aaron Gordon, monster jump in the 3-point percentage. Never would have expected that out of him. He's a true power forward, dunk man, rebounder, defender.
Yeah, he lives in the dunker spot.
He's their enforcer. He spread his game out from not just dunker spot this year. That's all I'm saying. But there's an interesting storyline on top of that. He's got something to play for. He's got his heart on fire. This is a bit of a sad story. His brother, I don't know his name, but he had tragically passed in a car accident earlier this year.
I know that.
And he had 3 kids.
Oh, no.
And they, he was a basketball player too. And he wore number 32.
Oh, okay.
Aaron Gordon had been wearing 50 for most of his career, especially when he was with the Nuggets. He switched his number to 32 in honor of his brother. He did something to play for. He essentially, I don't know if he adopted them, but he took in 2 out of the 3 kids from the late brother, and he's raising them on as his own.
Oh,
right
wow.
Now. And the third one stayed with the mother. I'm sure it's a lot to deal with 3 kids. So he's got.
Who knows what that home situation is? But good on him for being there for his family.
But he's got something to play for, and he's had a great playoffs. He had a game-winning 3, a game-winning tip and dunk.
That tip and dunk was crazy.
Big-time defensive stops. So I'm rooting for the Nuggets. I want them to move on to the next round, but I think the Thunder will eventually win this series.
Yep.
They could take 6 or 7 games, though.
Yeah.
Moving on, in the West, Timberwolves, Warriors. Steph Curry injured in the first game of the series. Of course, right after they beat the Rockets. I mean, convenient
we
for
messed
us.
them up for them.
Yeah, I mean, Curry had said, like you had previously mentioned, it was the toughest series that Curry has ever had to deal with defensively.
Yeah.
The bodies that the Rockets throwing at him, the pace, the physicality. Timberwolves, Warriors, as of right now, it's 2-1 Minnesota. Julius Randle got a triple-double in their last matchup.
Yeah.
And this is a great series too. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie. Anthony Edwards has been a little bit not totally locked up, but he's been struggling to get to his spots.
Yeah.
So he's kind of becoming more of a passer.
Yeah.
He's getting Julius Randle involved.
I think the Warriors and the Rockets were two really of the best teams. Like in the I think
so.
that was like almost like a Western Conference final level skill.
And the
competition.
energy of those games, it really reflected that. One thing I wanted to mention, the NBA playoff ratings are through the roof this year.
Wow, I know.
Why
that.
do I think that is? I'm pretty sure someone, I don't know if it was Adam Silver, but they are telling the refs, we want physical basketball back.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see that there is a change in the way that they've been calling fouls.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everyone always says, when the playoffs start, things get more intense, you're not going to get the whistle as much. But this is different. This is another level.
Great point.
It is physical. And, you know, not by design, I don't think. It's just the way things shaped out.
Yeah.
There's a lot of rivalry matchups. Like the Rockets and Warriors in the first round.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
We'll get to the East where there's some more matchups, but Timberwolves, Warriors, I think Timberwolves, especially if the great Steph Curry is going to continue to be injured with his pulled hamstring, I think Timberwolves will end up winning this series.
Yeah.
They don't have anyone really to guard Naz Reid, Julius Randle, or Rudy Gobert.
Yeah, it's a banged up team, just kind of like the Nuggets. I think you know, with these teams, the playoffs is a war of attrition. It's definitely a marathon, and
Right.
I think they're losing a lot of stamina from these hard games. So if I had to put my money on it, I predict it will be the Thunder versus the Timberwolves in the finals.
In the Western Conference
in the West,
Finals.
Yeah. What do we got for the East, man?
Okay, let's go in the East, man. Okay, we'll skip over this one real quick. 4-0 sweep. Cavs over the Heat. They had one of the biggest victories in playoff history. It was
Crazy.
like a 56 point win or something along those lines for the Cavs. We'll skip over that. I'm surprised the Heat even made it into the
Bam,
eighth spot.
free Bam.
Free Bam, bro. I mean, for real. Tyler Hero can stay there the rest of his career.
Whatever.
Ben Thompson still has your ass, little boy.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Pacers Bucks.
Woo!
Wow.
My Pacers. Now that the
really-
Rockets are gone, I love myself some Pacers.
I mean, I mentioned this all year long. Pacers were like my favorite team in the playoffs last year. Rockets didn't make the playoffs.
Yeah.
I was riding with the Pacers. I love that Rick Carlisle offense. The ball moves so fluid. It's like there's no one score that you know is going to 100% have the ball all the time. But you have guys that can score in isolation. Benedict Mathurin has been great off the bench. He did get a flagrant 2, get ejected, but it's a chippy series, like we're saying.
Yeah.
This is a
No
a
whistle.
rivalry. This is a rivalry series. Pacers Bucks. Giannis had a great series. I'm kind of sad to see what's going on with Damian Lillard, man.
Yeah.
He had blood clots going on. You know, going into the playoffs, he was out for a couple of weeks. He gets medically cleared a couple games into the playoffs, and then he tears his Achilles.
I think so, yeah.
Achilles or ACL. He
It's a
tears
bad one.
It was really that's a career-altering injury,
Season-ending, hard, especially at his age.
especially at his age, and he relies a lot on his first step.
Yeah.
And he's going to be like coming up
Late
with like
30s.
a $54 million contract or something next season. This is a little bit of a tangent, but Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Hey man, this place is very nice.
He said earlier, I believe yesterday,
Yeah.
on the Thanalis podcast, Giannis's brother, he has a podcast, and he was saying he's thinking right now, where can he go to be on a contender? What teams have the draft capital and the young players that can make a trade work for the Bucks to start their rebuild? San Antonio's number 1. Houston Rockets number 2. New Orleans Pelicans. I think they have the rights for the Bucks picks for the next 3 years or so. What will it take to get Giannis off that squad?
I have a good idea. And this is something that maybe some people don't know about, even you guys might not know about, and this might be a hot take even, but
Go ahead, yeah.
one of the reasons that Giannis is coming to Houston, Texas is because of his wife.
Because of his
A
wife.
good husband listens to his wife. And guess where Giannis' wife went to college? Rice University.
Did she really?
She did. She was a volleyball player at Rice University. She is a
Okay.
Rice Owl. She loves Houston. She is, I don't know if she's from here, but she definitely went to school here.
She's
So
got some connections here.
she has some connections here. So you know who'd be down to go to Houston? Giannis Antetokounmpo.
What do we want him?
Woohoo!
Maybe that's a conversation for another day.
Yeah.
But where the Rockets were already talking about continuity with Raphael Stone saying that publicly He doesn't want to make any rash decisions, blow up this team when there's still so much potential. Giannis fits with our play style, with our mentality, but we have a spacing issue. Is that who we want to go after? We'll talk about that later on.
We'll get more into that after the draft too, probably. Also,
Anyways,
stay tuned for that.
Yeah, draft lotteries tonight. The draft is going to be in June.
Yeah, sorry, the draft lottery.
Yes. But yeah, that's tonight at 7, starting out pretty soon. Okay. Very impressive Pacers Bucks 4-1 Pacers way. I'm loving the way they're moving the ball. They ended up taking a 2-0 lead over the Cavs in their house.
Yeah.
Darius Garland, Evan Mobley have had injuries.
Yeah.
But I think they're finally cleared to play, and they played well in their last performance. Right now, Indy is up 3-1.
I think Indy's gonna take it, man. I think the Cavs are in a hole, and the injuries just it's kind of sad because I'm not a big Cavs fan, but I can only imagine being a Cavs fan and like seeing all your favorite players getting injured right when the playoffs are getting good. So.
And they had a fantastic year. I mean, Donovan Mitchell has been balling out of his mind in this series in particular. He had 2 40-plus point games just in this series, back to back.
Yeah.
And they won one, they lost one. 3-1. Pacers taking down some giants, man. I'm loving this. Tyrese Halliburton. He's one of the best clutch players in the NBA.
Tyrese plus Rick Carlisle is just dangerous. That's
he's
just dangerous.
the perfect point guard for Rick Carlisle.
Exactly, yeah.
The pass first guy that can hit a three, oversized, can get to the rim, hit his free throws.
Light skin.
Oh man, Miles Turner, Pascal Siakam, like I mentioned earlier.
Pascal's a great guy, and like you said, I think Pacers are kind of like us a little bit in the Rockets, but more on the offensive side.
They're kind of the mirror.
Yeah, like not you,
Rockets.
Not me, always, sometimes us, or whatever they say.
Right.
The Rockets say something like that.
Sometimes you, sometimes
me, always us. So that's kind of like them on offense.
Right. So I love that Pacers team. Yeah. I love the offense. I'm a big fan of Miles Turner. Yeah. Our fellow Longhorn, he's been balling. I'm thinking Pacers going to win this series.
I think
this
so too.
Is a huge upset.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's move on. Knicks Pistons. That's another rivalry series. Very physical series. Yeah. And I think that really tuned up the Knicks. They got in playoff mode early. It wasn't like a Cavs versus Heat situation where it was easy cruising. Yeah. Like the Thunder and the Grizzlies, like we mentioned. Two sweeps. New York won the series in 6 games over the Pistons, and that was no easy feat.
Yeah.
Anyways, Knicks, Celtics Magic.
Yeah.
Magic had been banged up all year.
Yeah.
It was, everyone knew the Celtics were going to win this series, but Magic played well. They're going to be back in the playoffs next year.
I think Magic and the Pistons are the 2 new young bucks in the East that are going to start coming
Absolutely.
up. Yeah, those are the two teams to watch out
Magic have been banged up all year. When they're fully healthy, they're going to be higher than the 7th seed.
Yeah.
No question.
Pistons next year, I watch them to be in the top 5 too. I love me some Pistons right now.
Yeah. Okay. Now, we're at the Knicks and Celtics as of right now. Game 4 is happening. Knicks and Celtics 3-2 Knicks way.
Yeah, crazy.
I wouldn't have expected that. Another series where the Knicks went into the Celtics house, got 2 wins in a row. They've been injured too. Jaylen Brown had some injuries. Al Horford had some injuries. Porzingis has been on and off the court with injuries all year long. Jason Tatum has been keyed in on defensively, and he's having a hard time getting to his spots. My issue is this with the Celtics. They shoot way too many threes.
Yeah.
That's the style. Joe Mazzulla has said publicly, live by the 3, die by the 3. We've seen how that's gone historically with some teams.
Rockets.
Including the Rockets. I mean, they're setting all kinds of records with the amount of threes they've taken, in a single series.
Yeah.
They shot over 100 threes in 2 games.
Crazy.
And they missed like 75 of them.
Yeah.
So, my issue with the Celtics, they don't run a set offense all the time. They don't have plays. They have a system. And when it comes down to it, a team like the Knicks, I think they are built perfectly to take down the Celtics. I think that was the goal of the owner, the management of the Knicks. You got Mikal Bridges and Josh Hart playing fantastic defense on Jaylen Brown and Tatum. You got Mitchell Robinson, who's back. He's missing a ton of free throws, but he's playing great defense down low on Porzingis. Al Horford is old, man. He's 39. You can't really... I think that's the guy that the Knicks are really letting get to his spots.
Yeah.
And they know he can't win the game on his own. Derek White and Drew Holiday, I believe. Drew Holiday was banged up. I mean, man, this squad.
You haven't even mentioned Carl Anthony Towns.
Carl Anthony Towns, man, the Bodega Cat. He's
Yeah.
been cooking them.
Yeah.
Jalen Brunson, the guy who won the Clutch Player of the Year award. They had a great comeback victory, I believe, in Game 2. Jalen Brunson hit the ice.
Yeah.
What do you call it? Ice
killer.
Ice dagger in the heart. The 3-point shot. Man, I'm thinking the Knicks are actually going to beat the Celtics.
I think you're right, man. I think we're gonna see some Knicks Pacers, man.
There's some crazy upsets about to happen right now. I think Pacers are going to win.
Yep.
Maybe not the next game, but I think they're going to win in Game 6. Tonight with Game 4 of the Knicks Celtics, I believe this game is in New York. And New York, the New York crowd is back. When the Knicks are playing well, there is nowhere better to be the home team than MSG.
Absolutely. I mean, for me, my brain says Thunder. I'm going to say Thunder Knicks is what my brain says. But my mind and my heart say Pacers Nuggets. So that's my official prediction.
I think I might agree with that. I mean, I would love to see the Pacers in the conference finals, but the hard-nosed, strong defense of the Knicks, I don't know if they can beat them.
I don't think they can beat the Knicks.
If someone gets injured on the Knicks, that'll be the deciding factor. Thunder, I think you're going to take the Nuggets. Timberwolves are going to take the Warriors. That's going to be the Western Conference Finals matchup. I think that the Thunder are probably going to come out of that series against Timberwolves, and they're going to be in the finals. Cavs, Pacers. Pacers are going to win that one, I think. Knicks, Celtics. I think Knicks are going to squeak by and win this series, and I think it's going to be... Man, I mean, Knicks are going to probably beat the Pacers pretty easily.
Yeah, I think so, man.
So, yeah, I'm thinking...
Knicks Thunder.
Knicks Thunder.
Knicks Thunder. There you go. Official Shoot For It podcast prediction for you guys.
This is going to be a fun finals. I'm so hyped. Playoffs are back better than ever.
Guys, we're going to catch you guys on the next one. We're going to watch a few of these games and give you guys our reactions. Thank you guys so much for listening with us. We got one more little segment for you guys before we end the show.
Yeah, fun game. Let's do it. And for our second official sponsor of Shoot For It, we have Mason Family Dental, run by the great Dr. Lora Mason, and located in the Bel Air area, 6565 West Loop South. Contact them at LauraMasonBelAirDentist.com. They're family friendly, locals taking care of locals, some of the best in the business. Go and check them out.
Absolutely. We'll have their website linked in the description. Seriously, guys, if you guys like healthy smiles, this is a perfect place for you to check it out. Go over there. If you guys need anything, let us know.
Alrighty, y'all. For our final segment of this episode of Shoot For It, we got a special game put together by our super producer Nick, who's always dotting the I's, crossing the T's behind the scenes.
Wow, that's what's up, man.
We got a fun game. Well, what you got for us, Nick?
So I got a little game called Build-A-Beast.
Okay.
Build-A-Beast.
Okay.
Yes.
What is this?
So kind of think along the lines of Build-A-Bear.
Okay.
So in this game, y'all are gonna spin the wheel that features NBA and UFC athletes.
Okay.
Combined.
So each spin is gonna land on an athlete, and the players, you two,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to select one iconic trait or aspect of that athlete.
Okay.
So, for example, their body, their shooting,
Okay.
their striking ability, their toughness, their IQ, whatever it is.
Okay.
But you can only choose one aspect from each of these players.
Yeah,
Alright.
what are the criteria again? Body, shooting, toughness?
Shooting, IQ, playmaking.
So is this for are we making our ideal basketball player, athlete, or MMA fighter?
So it's gonna be like a mixture of both of them.
Okay.
So there's gonna be the wheel has both NBA and UFC stars.
Gotcha.
You're gonna choose an aspect from both of them.
Okay.
And from those aspects, you're gonna build your own character. I mean, it's build a beast.
Gotcha. Make a super athlete.
Yeah. So you're gonna make a super athlete, and then you're gonna do a 1 versus 1. You're gonna start off with a game to 11 basketball game.
Okay.
And then after that game's over, they're gonna do a one-on-one fight.
Okay. All right. I like it.
So we got to make a balanced guy
Yeah.
here. A
Can't
beast.
just be a total basketball player. Can't be a total fighter. It has to be good at both.
Okay, so body,
All right.
shooting, toughness, IQ, playmaking, finishing ability, striking, and grappling.
I like it.
Okay.
Maybe a defense as the last one,
Defense.
like basketball defense.
Sure, yeah.
And striking. All right.
All right. Apologies for the technical difficulties.
No
but-
worries.
We're back. You guys didn't notice.
Alrighty, so I guess to determine who goes first, y'all just want to do a friendly game of rock, paper, scissors?
We could do rock, paper, scissors, or should we flip a coin?
We can flip a coin.
Let's flip a coin.
Sure.
Let's see.
You want to call it?
I'll call it.
Okay, here, I can just pull that up. Flip a coin.
And guys, you already know what I'm gonna call tails, because tails never fails.
Alrighty,
Let's do
let's
it.
flip it.
Yay!
There we
Okay.
go, there we go. Okay.
All right, I start off with advantage.
Alrighty, so Juho, whenever you're ready.
All right, spin that.
Let's see. Who do we got?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Kobe Bryant.
Okay, so what are you going to take from Kobe?
I think from Kobe, I am going to take his shooting right off the bat.
Shooting?
You're
Kobe
taking
Bryant.
shooting for Kobe.
Yes.
Okay. Interesting choice.
Because I ideally would like someone like Steph, but I don't know if I'm going to get him. So my strategy for this is take it as I get.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
I see you.
Be more reactive than proactive is my
Okay.
strat.
Okay. All right, my turn.
All right. Kobe for my shooting.
Alrighty.
Kobe off the list already. I went the wrong way. What we got? Oh,
Conor McGregor. Ooh, that's a good one.
I kind of wanted Anderson Silva more than McGregor. What am I going to go with here? I'm thinking I'm going to go with toughness. On this
Toughness. Okay.
one. I'm going to go toughness with McGregor.
Interesting choice, seeing that McGregor tapped out to Khabib.
Well, that's Khabib. What do you mean? I mean,
And also Dustin Poirier. And Nate Diaz. But I'm
But-
surprised you were not taking his striking.
I think there's some other strikers that are potentially
He's
better.
playing more proactive. He's playing more. I'm playing reactive. He's playing proactive.
That's the first pick. I
Here we
might
go.
regret it, but I don't think
All right.
McGregor's got bad toughness.
He's
at
a
all.
pretty tough guy.
Alright, Juho, you're up.
Yeah, LeBron James was the last toughness guy, huh?
Yeah, they couldn't pick LaFleur.
All right, here we go.
Pick number 2 for Juho.
I will say there's a couple basketball players I would be down for.
Oh, John.
Oh, yeah.
You're on the Let's go.
Crap.
Alright, so you got body, IQ, playmaking, finishing ability, striking,
Oh.
grappling, and toughness left.
I think I gotta go with grappling.
Grappling?
Ronda
Grappling.
Rousey is a second-degree judoka, and she's a silver medalist in the Olympics. So I would not mind her judo skills.
Okay.
Not a
I'll
bad
take it.
spot. Not a bad spot at all for Rousey.
Dang it! Oh, if you get a
If you got John Jones, that would have been.
dang it! I would have totally used John Jones for anything else.
Alright,
Oh, well.
Gabe, you're up.
All right, let's go. Pick number 2 for me.
That was so crap. What you got?
Ooh, Isaiah
Oh, I
Thomas.
really wanted that one.
Oh man,
Dang, that would have been a versatile one.
man. Honestly, I wish I picked toughness
Yeah,
for Isaiah Thomas.
I was gonna say
But
toughness for Isaiah Thomas.
That's
would have
fine.
been good.
He's got some diverse skills here. I gotta go playmaking.
Yeah.
100% for
Yeah.
his IT.
Yeah, you have to. That's a good pick in general. I feel like Isaiah Thomas is one of those guys who would have been a great MMA fighter.
I think so too, man.
And he would have. You know what's funny is he's a small guy, but he probably would have been like a light heavyweight or
Well, he's like
heavyweight.
6 foot.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like
he's a small guy.
that
for
just
NBA.
shows you the scale of like
Yeah.
athletes. Like
He could have
yeah,
fought. Imagine Isaiah Thomas as a middleweight fighter.
Yeah.
man.
crazy,
That would be crazy.
crazy.
Okay.
All right,
Isaiah
my
Thomas
third guy, right?
As playmaking. Yeah, Juho's third pick.
Here we go.
What you got? What you got? What you got?
His name is LeBron James. I'm talking about the man on the Lakers.
it, and this is pretty easy, I think, actually. I think I'm going to take LeBron James's body.
You gotta go with that.
The dude is a giant.
6'9",
Yeah.
265 pounds.
Right at the heavyweight
That's
limit.
that's definitely one of the best ones on the list from what I can
Yeah.
see.
But for body specifically.
For body specifically, I mean,
For
you
basketball and MMA.
you could pick IQ.
Because
I
Francis
mean-
has a good body, but I don't know if that's necessarily a NBA body. Because he's
Right,
just
right.
a predator, you know, he's just
Right.
lunging forward with like a big old heavyweight. So
Okay.
LeBron James for the body. I like my guy so
He's
far.
got a solid.
I like my guy here.
Solid start here. Okay, my third pick. Let's spin it.
Rousey
Oh,
was a
God,
curveball for me.
That was a little bit of a curveball. Okay, okay.
Oh,
okay.
that's
okay.
oh.
You know what?
You know what this is. You know what this is. Gonna
There's
Come on.
There's two.
There's
spots.
one. There's one spot.
There's two spots where it would be good.
But there's only one you're
But there's
sure.
one I need more than the other right now. I need Larry Bird shooting.
Yes, you do. I love Larry Bird on the NBA 2K Blacktop game because I'm a terrible shooter, but he makes it easy to shoot anywhere. So Larry
I
Bird's
mean,
my
he's
guy.
6'9", about 250 pounds. That
Yeah.
would have been a solid body, but
The injuries back in his back injuries just plagued him, man.
definitely one of
Yeah.
not toughness. I couldn't pick toughness.
Yeah.
He's one of the taller ones, but also one of the best shooters on this.
The
list.
shooters, he has to
I
be.
have
He's,
to pick.
yeah.
Have to pick him.
Other than him, it's Steph, basically.
Yeah, I mean
think.
Kevin Durant.
No.
Like,
It's
okay.
Larry Bird.
I like that.
Yeah. That's a good choice for shooting. Better than Kobe. So,
For sure.
all right. Let's see what Juho got for his fourth choice.
I believe so. That's your fourth one.
Yep.
Oh, we're just
Oh,
talking
no.
about shooting.
Oh.
You
Wow.
see the picture?
Well, I already used shooting.
I think
He's
there's
doing a
one.
break.
There's one clear one. I'll let you decide which one that is.
Finishing ability, I think, is the one I'm going to have to go
You're
with.
gonna go with Curry with the finishing ability.
Yeah, because and maybe this is recency bias, but I was just watching him make these crazy, shifty, offhand, on the rim
He's got a
floaters.
really nice touch off the rim.
Yeah, so
Pause.
I wish I gave Kobe finishing ability. Actually, now that I think about it, and Curry shooting,
I
but
would pick.
hindsight's
I
2020.
would pick Kobe for toughness
I need an MMA guy for toughness. I'm
or
really
IQ
waiting.
for Kobe.
Yeah,
But okay.
I didn't know if I'd get a better shooter. That was the
At the
thing.
end of the day-
Hindsight's 2020.
So playmaking is one of our criteria here. You don't need passing playmaking. You
Yeah.
need ball handling playmaking.
Yeah.
So I thought you were going to put Curry at playmaking.
I was thinking about it, but I'm really hoping I can get someone else on the basketball.
Yeah, there's some
There's
good
a couple
choices.
a couple more guys that I'd rather have as a ball handler.
Okay,
but
so-
for a playmaker, I mean. So
For my fourth pick,
Yeah, here we
let's
go.
spin it. Let's go. What we got?
the list's
What we
getting
got?
smaller though.
Oh, come on. Give me a.
Oh!
Let's go.
You got Shaq.
Easy choice,
You
Shaq
got
with
Shaq.
the body.
Yeah.
Are you kidding
I'm
me?
fucked.
Are you kidding me? Well, you got LeBron. You got LeBron.
Yeah, okay.
Let's go.
Shit.
7'1", 360 pounds.
Shit.
Easy choice for that
Oh
one.
man,
Easy
that
choice.
kind of ruins everything. I think. Well, we'll see what happens.
No, there's some good
Yeah,
spots.
We'll see what happens. That Shaq thing scares me with the body. Should have chosen someone better. Oh well.
Okay, Gio's
Here we go.
fifth pick.
Come on, magic. Come on. Oh no.
Don't give it to him. Don't give it to him. Let's go. Let's go. I think that's a solid choice.
Chill Sunnus is good.
Actually, we
Um,
already got grappling though.
I think I'm gonna take Chill's toughness. The dude is one tough motherfucker.
I like that choice. I like that.
Chill's he's the Westland gangster, guys.
Uncle Chael.
Uncle Chill. I actually really like Uncle Chill's YouTube channel. I think it's very entertaining.
Oh, yeah, he's
so
great.
Check it out, guys.
All right, Gabe. You're
All right, what is this?
All right, only a couple left, Gabe.
My fifth pick. Let's run it.
Oh, Kevin Durant.
okay,
We're getting a lot of basketball
okay.
players, so
Okay.
the basketball ones are getting filled up more.
Interesting. Interesting indeed.
Interesting. What are you gonna do? You
This
got
is
a
a
lot of the
tough
basketball
one.
ones
So
pretty
I
much.
have
I think I know
IQ,
which one you're gonna take.
Finishing ability, striking, grappling, and defense. I think I gotta go with. Oh man, this is tough. Do I think I gotta go with finishing ability.
Think about Shaq with shooting of Larry Bird is the most
And
terrifying thing I've ever seen.
Finishing ability of Durant. too?
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta go KD at the finishing ability part. Interesting. I mean, I think I would have rather had him for shooting or.
I think finishing ability is good.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's one of those guys you give him the ball and he makes it like it.
Yeah.
So finishing abilities I think is a good one for KD. All right.
Jiho pick number 6.
Here we go, guys. We're getting to the end of the list. I need some MMA fighters. To round this out.
Yeah, I'm kind of light on the fighting side already.
Oh,
Bill
God.
Russell.
Easy, though.
No,
Bill Russell
easy.
defense.
Super easy.
Bill Russell defense. Now I'm a little less scared. But I'm still scared.
One of the goats of
I
the
love that
sport.
iconic Bill Russell ring pick. That's one of my favorite picks.
The 11 rings.
Yeah.
That's a great.
Yeah, no brainer. Bill Russell defense. That boosts my guy up a little bit.
You
for
got
me.
a nice little beast.
It's just a little undersized. The Shaq body
LeBron?
scares the crap out of me. That's
I
such
know,
a big
man.
thing, man.
I mean, like we're taking into consideration like this, like body means like the height, weight, speed, strength.
True.
So
We'll see how the list goes after we finish.
all that's included.
All right.
All right, my 6th pick.
Pick 6.
Come on. What we got?
Oh, that's a good one. Both of those are good. Yes!
Okay.
Oh, that's better.
Well, I mean, GSK I think was slightly better than.
This would have been the
Shaqzilla.
best toughness one.
I think so, actually.
Out of all of
I
them.
think so.
Interesting. What are you gonna go with here, buddy?
Man. And first, for defense, we're saying that's a
That's
basketball.
defense, yeah. For
Basketball?
basketball. You know what? I think you could do either.
It kind of counts.
You could kind of do either.
Depending-
Yeah, it's
okay.
defense in general.
I mean, he's not the best defensive
Yeah.
fighter either.
I'd say. I mean, so Chuck is a striker,
Right.
but you know, I don't know. if
Actually, you
he's
know
the
what?
best
What are we
striker.
thinking? I'm trying to think here.
Take his IQ.
That's literally what I was thinking.
Yeah, go for Chuck Liddell's IQ. The thing he's known for in fights is brains.
Oh man. Okay.
You gotta go with
I
his
gotta
striking.
go striking.
Yeah,
I
he's a
gotta go
kickboxer. He
striking.
knocked everyone out back in the day.
Yeah.
You know, he doesn't have the most pretty hands, but
Not the
he was
most
like that guy.
polished.
He's like,
Not the most
yeah.
polished, but definitely a brawler.
Yeah. Your fighter's fighter, as they say.
Shaq as a brawler with
Oh
the
my
Chuck
gosh,
Liddell
scary,
striking.
Scary.
This is
getting good.
dangerous. It's called Build a
I
Beast
still
for a
haven't
reason.
done. Yeah, I still haven't done my striking. So, let's see it.
All right, I think it's number 7.
I need a striker. Give me a striker. Oh, there we go.
Magic.
And everyone, you know what I gotta do with Magic
I'm already
Johnson.
writing
You
it
gotta
down.
put it in the playmaking. You gotta put it in the playmaking.
I already knew what you were going with.
Yes.
But
I'm
playmaking-
glad I saved that.
Playmaking as Magic for a one-on-one is interesting.
Yeah.
It is interesting.
Imagine him like doing a fake pass to like a ghost.
Back to the basket, dribbling like this. Okay, well, that's an interesting choice.
I have to do it though.
I mean, LeBron with Magic playmaking is essentially just LeBron.
Yeah.
So
I'll
solid,
take it.
solid.
Solid.
It fits well.
I mean, arguably the GOAT. I'll take it.
Yeah, one of the goats for sure.
Yeah, both Lakers. All right,
All right, my 7th pick.
here we go.
Spin that thing.
I think we have 3 left, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. Last 3, guys.
Actually, you have 2 left.
Oh no, this is gonna be bad for me.
DC.
We know what this is.
DC grappling.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
go.
That's
Let's
nasty.
go.
So right now it's your grappling versus my judo, and I don't like my chances on the judo.
My beast is
I don't
coming
check.
together.
I don't like Ronda Rousey's judo against Daniel Cormier's wrestling. I don't like that much.
Okay.
Oh well. All
Before
right.
we continue,
Yeah.
what slots are left for you?
We have-
And-
yeah.
Jiho has IQ and
And
striking
striking.
left. I have IQ and defense.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So we got brains. Let's see it. IQ and striking, right, for me?
IQ and striking.
All right. One of these has to be brains.
You gotta hope you get a fighter. You better hope you get a fighter. Oh!
All right. Well, I gotta go Giannis IQ.
Giannis IQ is pretty.
This is scary. I
I'm
have to get an
sorry.
MMA fighter next. Like, it doesn't matter who. I just have to get an MMA fighter.
I mean, the downhill mentality, get to the rim, dunk on your ass. That's not a bad
On a
IQ.
one-on-one, I actually like Giannis.
That is a good IQ for
Yeah.
this specific challenge.
And he's a beast, so.
All right, my 8th pick. I got IQ and defense left.
All right, let's see what you get. You just basically need basketball players at this
Pretty
point.
much, yeah.
Dennis Rodman would
Come
be a
on,
good one for you.
Come on. Oh, come on. Give me it.
Either or,
Give
bro.
me it.
Oh,
Let's go.
no.
I think this could be great for either one.
Yeah. But you
Either
know,
one.
I think you know what you got to do.
I mean, either one. I gotta go IQ.
Yeah, you gotta do
gotta
IQ for
go
Michael
IQ
Jordan.
with the
That's
GOAT
nasty.
himself, man. Okay, this is shaping up here to be going to be an intense battle.
Yeah.
Basketball
Or
and
MMA, yeah.
MMA. Jiho's last.
This is my
pick
last one, so whatever this is striking.
Has to be
It has
striking.
to be striking. Here we go, spin
It
it!
looks like most of them are UFC.
Yeah, they are
Most of
mostly
them are.
UFC guys.
Some great strikers on this list.
Yeah. Please not Khabib, please not Khabib, please not Khabib!
Get him,
No! Oh! Khabib striking. His worst part.
The Eagle himself.
Oh, I'm so screwed. I'm so screwed. MMA, I lost, guys.
Okay,
Let's look at basketball first.
Last pick, I got defense. Let's see
Here
what
we
we
go.
got. There's the one defender on this list
Yeah.
I'm looking at. If I get him, there's no chance.
And I think you got him.
Oh! Okay, this is crazy.
Oh,
I
man.
got the great Dennis Rodman defense. One of the best defenders of all time.
Oh my god.
The
I'm screwed.
NBA legends have said that many times. In
I had a good
interviews.
start.
You had me worried at the beginning.
At the beginning.
I mean,
So why don't we compare? So we got body.
Okay, you-
Gabe.
You go ahead. You say yours.
Sure. So I got the body of LeBron, the shooting of Kobe, toughness of Chael Sonnen, IQ of Giannis, playmaking of Magic, finishing ability of Curry, striking of Habib, grappling of Rousey, and defense of Bill Russell. Not bad.
There's no way you can really go wrong essentially in this, but okay.
And we'll break down MMA and basketball.
Okay,
so.
I got the body of Shaq, shooting of the great White Hope Larry Bird, the toughness of Conor McGregor. Interesting one, but I'm not upset
Not
with
bad.
it. IQ of the great
Michael
Black
Jordan.
Cat Michael Jordan. Playmaking Isaiah Thomas. Finishing ability Kevin Durant. Striking Chuck Liddell. Grappling Daniel Cormier. Defense of Dennis Rodman.
I'm just gonna say, guys, I lost both categories. We're gonna go through it real quick, but I think I lost. Just starting with MMA, that's the easy one.
Let's do it.
Striking of Khabib and the grappling of Rousey will not beat Daniel Cormier and Chuck Liddell. With the body of Shaq. LeBron
I think
James.
the body of Shaq just in any
Yeah, I know. The body of Shaq just really got you, man.
any aspect
It
of
really
fighting.
carried you big time.
It really
for sure.
did. It
Some
really
of these
did.
stats, what I'm finding interesting is like, even though like, you know, each variable is equal, just based on the way we chose, some variables matter more than others. So for basketball, I think I'm a little closer, right? So LeBron's body versus Shaq 1-on-1. I
You
think
got
it's a little
speed
bit
advantage.
closer. Yeah.
For sure, speed advantage. The height advantage is not significant.
Yeah. I
Not-
don't have a shooting advantage.
I got the shooting of Larry Bird over Kobe. Kobe, the tough shot making, slightly better than Larry Bird.
Yeah.
But the deep range shooting of Larry Bird is better.
I do like I think my sneaky for the basketball is the Steph Curry finishing.
Steph Curry finishing.
But you have Dennis Rodman defense, which is.
Dennis Rodman defense,
But I have Bill
With the
Russell
Shaq
defense.
body.
Yeah.
guarding LeBron-sized guy.
Yeah, I'm screwed. Guys, it's okay. We're gonna play this game again, and I'm gonna win next time. Because Nick, this is great, but I lost. I lost. Objectively, I lost.
I got one more question though. So you say my guy wins?
I think your guy wins. Yeah.
Probably. Okay, I
Both
got.
categories.
I'm trying
this
not
time.
to be super biased. My guy probably does win both.
Both. I think so.
But how many of my beasts would it take to beat one full-size gorilla?
Honestly, opening this question up in general, I think 30 of you, Gabe, could beat a gorilla.
30 Shaq-sized
No,
guys.
like not this guy. You,
Oh, me.
Gabe Caviani, or you, Nick. 30 of y'all could beat a gorilla.
I'm 6'3" by 280
Yeah.
pounds.
I think this whole 100-to-1 gorilla thing is nonsense. It's complete craziness. This guy, you'd need probably like
I think 10.
10 max.
10 could do it.
10 regular Shaqs could
Yeah.
probably do it.
Dude, a gorilla is a silverback gorilla is 300 to 500 pounds. A
Okay,
silverback.
let's just see. What is the biggest gorilla?
A silverback. They
is
get to
the
about 500
biggest-
is the biggest they
Well,
get.
Eastern and Western, there's different kinds.
The Western lowland gorilla.
Whatever. Biggest gorilla ever recorded. 7'3", 589 pounds.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's Eddie Hall.
That's Eddie Hall.
I know a gorilla's about 6 times stronger than a human, but I think, like you said, 10 normal Shaqs, probably 5 of these super dudes.
The super
Honestly,
soldier
yeah.
Shaqs, you thinking...
I think
Five.
5 super soldier Shaqs.
5 super soldiers.
Versus 1 gorilla. All right, guys, that is going to be the end of our episode today. We're really glad to be back. We have so much more content planned for you guys. We just got the ball rolling, so definitely keep an eye out on a lot of upcoming videos and content. Super excited to be back, guys. You guys have anything else you want to say as a final thought?
Hey, y'all leave your comments if you think, 5 of these super soldier Shaqs could beat the gorilla. Let us know what you think about the playoffs. Let us know what you think about the fights last weekend. What's going on with Tom Aspinall, John Jones? What's next for the UFC welterweight division? Let us know, and we might even cover it and put it on the TV.
Yeah, man.
I mean, hey, who
Interact
knows?
with us. All right, guys. Appreciate you guys as always. Signing out, and see you guys on the next one. Peace.
Don't forget to shoot for it.